So Spy Family 33 decided to do a very clever thing, and in doing so made for the most violent and brutal moment I think we've seen in the show today. Because when you set a fight scene with assassins that are going completely at it, this isn't holding back, pulling your punches, no. This is shoot to kill. And you have explosions going off in the sky because all of the fireworks, and you're matching the fireworks animation with the blood splatter of Yor's enemies. And just, there are moments where literally characters are getting so impaled that spines are snapping and they're being tossed into the ocean. Yor, at one point, I thought her neck was done. Like, it felt like her neck got completely twisted around. There was no coming back. To see this mama bear just power up and refuse to give up, similar to how she was with Yuri, doing everything to build a better world for him, but most importantly, she has Anya. She has Lloyd. And just, it felt so genuine, and to see her pop off, to see the director, I mean, that was built different. Full live reaction to today's wonderful Spy Family episode over on my Patreon. If you would like to see that, head on over there and you can see it. It is, wow, this was probably the best episode of the season so far. I mean, yes, I do love a good action scene, but there's been some fun action even prior to this moment. But it's just the way they handled the directing from top to bottom, the emotion, and just the fact that, as I've been saying over the weeks, Yor is becoming less of an assassin and more of someone who wants a normal mother life and to be a caring wife. And you can very much see the author's intentions that if both Yor, Lloyd, and we'll include Anya, but I'm pretty much looking at the two main people who could have death flags on their head by the end of a show like this, would be the spy and the assassin. If the family all makes it out, and yeah, they might be a little beaten, bruised, at the end of the day, when the world's no longer in major wars and conspiracy theories, and there's no more people who need to be taken out in order to build that world, ultimately Lloyd and Yor will probably have normal lives at the end. Like, that's probably what they want to build into. But because of both being a show about a spy, an assassin, and also someone who can read minds, you can't really just throw them out of those roles without pretty much ruining things. Because if you look at the director, is he really going to be the kind of guy who just says, sure, Yor, go have your fake family, that's no, like, you're a part of something that isn't going away. And in the case of Lloyd, I mean, he literally is keeping the world not imploding at a moment's notice. So by having a moment or an episode like this where she was pretty much ready to say, I lost, I'm so sad that I won't get to read bedtime stories anymore, but then thinking about what she always did this to begin with, which was for her brother, to build something better, to keep him safe. And now she has more than just her brother to keep safe. She has a family that she's genuinely loving. This is what makes an action scene impactful. I always say it, you can have the best looking animation, the most clean fighting choreography. All it is just characters fighting. I mean, who the hell cares? I mean, it's fun for a couple of minutes, but are you really going to tune back next week to watch the episode when there isn't that? No, you're just going to wait to see some clips on Twitter or something in order to see the action. The reason an episode like this of Spy Family, which was driven by action, is so amazing is the connection we are building with this being a Yor focus arc. And if you go back, I think it was my very first video that I did for season 2, I said the thing I wanted to see more of was Yor. And they pretty much immediately gave me more Yor, but it's really nice to see that they're doing so much with this arc, and I completely understand why so many people, because I'm pretty sure I remember in early season 1, this arc being mentioned, the cruise arc, and I was like, I don't know what the hell the cruise arc is, but sure, I'll watch it. I mean, you can throw me in a Penguin Uten, or you can apparently go on vacation. I'm gonna love it all. But it was really nice. The animation, the fighting, it just, like, it was cool to begin with because I'm not a fan of dim scenes. Like, I hate action scenes that are set at night because my eyes just work in a way that when it's darker scenes, it's hard for me to keep up. So any sort of lighting just really goes a long way. It's so great, not only just because it's easy to keep up to date with what's happening because the sky is constantly lit up in a colorful explosion. They use it in such a creative way that I don't remember the last time I've seen this. So when fireworks go off, they obviously scatter in almost a random effect. The fact that there's multiple points where the blood splatter is matching the explosion in the sky was such a brutal touch because this isn't one of those shows where they're like, oh, we'll leave it up to interpretation. They're probably dead, but they're not going to confirm. No, like, it's fully admitted. Like these fools are dead. She's grabbing fools to use as human body shields. She's stabbing fools left and right. I'm surprised at points she didn't rip through chests with the way she... I mean, at one point, she stops a blade. This dude has to deflect himself because she uses her fingers as a weapon. Like, this is demon mode. This is demon mode Yor. And Mama Bear came out to play, and Mama Bear was doing really well. I mean, I wasn't sure exactly how she's going to be able to keep this family safe initially. Damn good thing the director was up there taking that sniper rifle, because honestly, at least the husband or the fake husband would have ended up dead for sure, but respect to the dude for covering them. I mean, you know, he obviously had a little goofy moment afterwards, but he made sure to protect his head. He used his body because he had the bulletproof vest. Really good moment overall. Like, this episode in general was just a 10 out of 10. And I think this is like why I always come back to, like, as much as it's fun to watch characters beat the living hell out of each other, you need to have a story behind why they're doing so. If you just, like, maybe there's certain moments, like you first start a show and you just see some crazy action. That's fun, that's a good way to get viewers interested. Or it could just be that, you know what, there's been so much tension and stuff, they just need to let off steam. But a show like Spy Family, which is driven by the family bond and this unlikely alliance of personalities and walks of life, not knowing exactly each other's secret, but like I say, Anya's the glue that holds them all together. To see a moment come down where she was legitimately there and accepted death. She was moments, milliseconds away from being killed until she snapped to and remembered what it is she's fighting for. Because she has a lot of doubt. She has been a lot more sloppy on this mission. And it's not just simply because it's a protection mission. It's because she's becoming more of a mother the exact same way Lloyd is becoming more of a father. And I do hope that when this is all said and done, we get at least a dinner, at least a little bit of family bonding, because gosh damn it, I think they all deserved it. I mean, Anya, poor girl's so young and having to keep this whole family together and not imploding. Lloyd is beyond stressed because he doesn't know how to raise a damn kid, but he's giving it his all. And Yor, she's coming to dinner with a full body cast on. She's worried about a haircut being something that sets him off. She's gonna be coming limping in with broken bones, and somehow it's all gonna work, and Lloyd will be Lloyd with his mouth open being like, what the hell? And then Anya will do something and it'll just distract him from maybe prying too much. But it does feel like Yor is starting to realize that when it is all out in the open, it feels like she believes that Lloyd will be there to support her, which is a very big moment for her as a character and a very big moment for Spy Family in general. But easily the best episode of the season, one of the best episodes we've seen out of all 33 episodes. But let me know what you're feeling, because this was one powerful moment and we still got a bit left in this arc. So let me know what you're feeling down below. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're around here, of course ring that bell so you can get notified when I upload more videos channel. And like I mentioned, we have a full live reaction over on my Patreon if you're interested. And hey, while there you also get a video shout out. So today we have Davlin, Harry Truscott, James, Furno19Z, Chawik, Rerun, FCCL, and Azop. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care and have a good one.